Hi there, today we're unboxing a wire-free security camera. So this particular one is by a company called Homeflow. Details are in the description below for anyone thinking of purchasing. So this company actually does a number of different products and they sent me a catalogue just to have a quick look through. If you were wondering what they had, then take a look at their website. So it's www.gethomeflow.com. So let's take a look at the actual camera. So it comes nicely packaged with a picture of the actual camera, 720p picture quality, coming down here, connects to Wi-Fi, two-way audio, everything in 720p HD, motion detection. Coming this way, some specification details. I'll mention the ones I haven't mentioned. So viewing angle, 130 degree, motion detection, 8 meters, night vision, 10 meters, Wi-Fi frequency is 2.4 gigahertz, micro SD card supported up to maximum of 128 gig. Coming down here, just lists the items that are included in this, also highlighting that it comes with a 2-year warranty. Picture here of a property and different devices this company provides. Details there regarding the actual product itself. Coming around here, it says an extra layer of security, a smart wireless camera that allows you to stay connected at any time via your smartphone, protect your home and safeguard your loved ones. And there you go. So let's open it up and see what you get in the packaging. Okay, so I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging, so let me quickly go through them one by one. So you've got a user manual first, and sheet of paper, 2 sides to it, and all the details you need in English on this one. App-wise, just to highlight, it's their own app, so it's the Homeflow app, and it's available on both the Google Play Store and the App Store. Next, we have a bag of fixtures, 2 raw plugs and 2 screws and a reset pin, and this one has 3 raw plugs and 3 screws in there. Next we have a charge cable. This is 1.1 meters in length and general quality of this cable seems reasonably good. Next we have 2 methods of fixing the camera to a wall. So first one here, you'd drill a hole into a wall and then you can hook this straight on, and then the camera can hook on via a magnet. And just to show, very strong as well. And with this one, there's actually a hole at the bottom of the camera and you can attach it onto this and then fit it into position so it's a bit more firmer and can't easily be pulled off. Next we have 2 sticky pads. So these are 3M sticky pads and they're used for this piece here, and obviously you can stick it to an area and quicker to install. Next we have the camera. So in terms of height, it's 10 centimeters and the width is 5.5. Got some plastic covering the lens on there. Let's just pull that off. You can see the lens on there and a light blinking away, looks like it's on. And just below that, we've got the PIR sensor. So if I pull the plastic off that, you can see that. Looks like the microphone point there. Coming underneath, the screw point, which I've already mentioned for fixing it over there. And coming around the back here, I've covered up the serial number. You've got the speaker point there and rubber over here just for this mounting piece there. It fits in quite well, so in terms of directions, you can adjust it really well with it. Now coming around the back at the bottom, you've got a rubber piece here and that reveals micro SD card point, charge point there, power button and a reset point there. Put that back on. Coming around the top, nothing more on there. You've got their branding over here. That's it. Build wise, it feels good. Nice solid build to it. Matte finish on there. You've got some chrome over here along the edges and glossy finish around the camera itself and glossy around the sensor here. In terms of looks, I think it looks pretty cool. Nice compact size to it. And in terms of styles, I think it actually looks like a minion from Despicable Me. So pretty cool design to it. Next, let's install a micro SD card into the camera. So I've got a 32 gig one here and it's just a matter of pushing it into place like that. You can hear it click in, and if you want to take it out, just push back down and you can see it pop up again. Put the cover back on. Let's make a start at setting up this camera. So I'm at my Android phone here. If I click on the Play Store and we search for Homeflow, that's the app we're after. If we click on there and let me click install and let's give it a moment. Now the app's installed, let me click open. Next we need to register an account, so let me click register. We've got the privacy policy here, so let me agree to that. And next, let me register an account off camera. I've registered an account, so let me log in with it now. So if I click login there, and this is what you're initially presented with. Now, in terms of adding the camera, very simple. If I click on the plus icon here, we go to security and sensors, smart camera, and now we've got to ensure the camera has a light flashing on there. So coming in close, you can see it's just flashing away there. But if it's not, what you need to do, take the cover off. I'll demonstrate this anyway. Get a pin that comes with the camera and hold down the reset button here for 5 seconds. There you go, makes a noise. The cover back on. And it's stationary, the light at the moment, and it's flashing away now. So we're ready for configuration. Now, looking on the app, it says confirm, it's blinking away. It's the next step there. And now it's saying allow Homeflow to access this device's location. So I'll say allow only while using the app. If I go back for a moment, go back in, and it's picked up my current Wi-Fi. So it needed location services for that. Next step, I need to enter in my Wi-Fi password. So this is highlighting that, again, Wi-Fi supported is only 2.4 gigahertz. So let me enter in my Wi-Fi password off camera. Okay, so I've entered in my Wi-Fi password. Let me click confirm. Now it's saying a long Wi-Fi name or password. So it's warning we could run into issues, but let's go ahead and just try this out. So I'll click got it. Next, it's again warning about 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. So let's click continue on that. And now it's saying use camera to scan QR code. And it's saying the camera should be 15 to 20 centimeters away from your phone screen. And now if I bring my camera closer to my phone to scan in the code, there you go, it scanned it in, and I can click heard a prompt. And now let's give it a moment to connect. And there you go, it's connected as quick as that. So no issues experienced with the password for my Wi-Fi. So it's called Homeflow Wireless Camera. If I click done, there you go, connected straight away. And if I now move it briefly, just so you get an idea of picture quality, and straight away it's detected motion. Now let me come back for a moment. That's what it initially looks like. So you can see the camera there, the name of it, and you can see the time when motion was detected. It's got a small icon with an alarm bell on there. So now clicking on there, going back into the camera, there you go, connected. Now let's go through the options you have available. If I click in the corner, device name, so you can rename it here if you wanted to. Share device, you can share the device with other members of your family or even friends. Device information, so this will have IP address and MAC address details. Power management settings, if I click on that, it shows the battery remaining, plus the power source. At the moment, it's battery, but you can run it with the cable they give with this. So this is a USB to micro USB, so you can just plug it into a power brick. Now below that, set the low battery alarm threshold. So if I click there, you can set a different threshold if you wanted to. So if you didn't want it to go off at 10%, or perhaps you wanted to go off much earlier, you can do that here. Coming back from there, then you've got basic function settings. This is flip screen. So if you put it at different angles, so upside down, for instance, then you can flip the screen around. Time watermark, so you can remove the time watermark if you wanted. The other one is talk mode. So you've got one-way talk. If I click on there, you can flip it over to two-way. So I'm going to flip it over to two-way. And now coming back from there, you've got PIR. So this is the motion detection. So at the moment it's on medium, but you've got off, low, medium, and high. Let's come out of that. Then you've got storage settings. At the moment, total capacity is 29 gig. So before I use this, because it's a new memory card, let me just format it straight away. Always worth doing that if you put a card into a camera. Cards formatted successfully now. So if I come back, then you've got FAQ and feedback, firmware information, and remove device. Now coming back from there, you can see the picture now on the screen from what's being picked up by the camera. In the top left hand side here, you can see the date and time. Signal strength is on the other side, so that's 98%. So coming down here, we've got a speaker icon which has a cross on it. If I click on that, there you go, you can hear activity going around, and it did pick it up very quickly. Now next to that, you've got HD, so you can reduce the picture quality. So if you're out and about and you're on your mobile data and you're struggling a little bit to display, you can flip over to standard definition just to reduce the traffic going to the internet. So hopefully to improve the flow of movement. Okay, let's push it back to HD as I'm just at home anyway. Now coming to this icon here, it will stretch the screen out. There you go, that's the full screen view on this. And if I click there, you can see there's just two options available, which is a speaker and microphone. Now let's come back from there. Looking below that, you've got battery remaining 90%. Then you've got speak. I won't click that yet, only because I'm doing a screen record and it won't allow me to overtake the microphone on the phone. But I can hit record, so let me do that. Needs access to media on my device, so let me allow that. Try again, and there you go. It's recording. Let's give it a few seconds, and what I'll do, I'll move it as well. Okay, and let me stop that. Next, I can take a photo. There you go. That was the motion detection in action, so it's picked up there was motion, obviously me turning the camera. Take another snapshot. Then you have playback. There you go. That's me moving the camera. Just see it for a brief moment. Okay, and I'll move it as well. There you go, and you can hear the sound that was recorded as well. So excellent functionality there. Coming into albums, pictures I've just taken. And last one there is the recording. So you'll have pictures plus your recording in there. And that's it really. No other options in there, and you saw how easy it was to add in. No dramas at all. Now if I come back from there, now coming down the bottom of the app, if we click on Smart, so on here you can set up your own smart rules or smart automation with this. So if I click here on automation, click on the plus, you can set up your own smart conditions. So if I click here and select device, select the camera, motion detection, and this is now saying if motion is detected, do the following. So you can get it to send a notification, for instance, or if you had other smart devices other than the camera, for instance, a bulb, a smart bulb, what you could get it to do, if someone enters, for instance, a porch area and it's dark, if motion is detected, you can get it to automatically turn on the light. So that'd be quite useful, especially if you're coming home late in the evening and you wanted this to automatically happen. So you have a combination of the camera recording and the light coming on as well. So excellent possibilities with this camera. Coming back from there, now clicking on me, you can see my details here. And if I click on message center, movement detected, and this is the movement that was detected, and it logs it. And you can see the history there, obviously at 2022, first bit of movement, and then 2026, the next bit of movement. Clicking on here, enable notifications, alarm, allow, do not disturb schedule, so you could set it up to not disturb you during certain hours, home and bulletin. Okay, back from there. Now, the other thing to note, if I click on there, you can delete them as well. So if you've seen them and you didn't want them stored anymore, you can just remove them. Now coming back, you may notice something. If you've seen some of my other videos, this is based directly on the SmartLife app. So you can use this with SmartLife or Tuya as well. So excellent camera. The fact that you're not restricted to just using their app, you can use SmartLife. Next, let's test out motion detection on there. So I've closed the app down. If I now turn the camera, just to give the indication that motion is detected, give it a moment, and there you go, movement detected. If I now click that, it jumps straight into the app, opens the camera up, and you can instantly see it. So if you've got it somewhere in an area and something's happened, you'll be informed straight away. Next thing, if I now come out, let's close this off. Let's drop this down, turn off my Wi-Fi, and now do it. So if I move it, so this is a situation where you're out and about and movement's been detected. See how quickly it picks that up. There you go, straight in there. I'll hit that. And there you go. Again, in there very quickly, and I move it. You can see the lag is quite minimal on there, about a second I'd say. And that's not abnormal in any way. You've seen it if you've seen other videos I've done. It's about average. So good functionality. And another thing you may have noticed, I didn't have to make any other changes. This works straight out of the box. I've not had to change anything to get control from outside. So cloud-based login connectivity with this, and nothing to change on your router to allow this level of access. Next, I just wanted to prove a point that it can work with SmartLife. So if I click on the SmartLife app here, click on the plus, security and sensors, smart camera, and next need to confirm the light on the camera is blinking. It is blinking away. So now if I click next, my password's cached as I've already entered it in before. So if I now click confirm, again, it's warning about the long Wi-Fi name or password. Let's just click got it. And now we just need to scan in the QR code that gets presented. So there you go, it's added in, simple as that. And working as expected. Excellent bit of functionality there. And coming into the menu options just to show all the menus look identical to how it was on the Homeflow app. So excellent that you can go to other apps to use this as well. So the next test I'm going to do is to turn off my Wi-Fi in my studio and then try to move my hand in front of the camera to see if it actually records any footage. So this is quite an interesting test. Obviously it proves the point that if your Wi-Fi does go down and there's some activity detected, does it actually record it? So let me now turn it off. Okay, so the Wi-Fi has been turned off. You can see failed to establish connection. It's trying to establish the connection now. You can see a Wi-Fi connection at the top, but that's a different network it's now connected to. So I've got an extender which it connects to if this one drops. So now if I wave my hand in front of the camera, put this in front as well, see if it picks this up. And now let me turn on my Wi-Fi. Okay, so we've connected now. Let's click on playback. And the activity happened a few minutes ago. If I click on there. So it does pick it up. So that's pretty good. So if you did lose Wi-Fi connectivity and the camera detected movement, it does pick it up. So pleased with that. It does work well.
Now the picture quality you're seeing on the screen is in a room that's lit up with lights, spotlights, and gives you an idea of what the quality is like in daylight. Now the sound quality you're hearing as well is what's being recorded by the camera. So it'll give you a good idea of the combination of picture and sound quality and what to expect from the camera in real use. Obviously again, it's being recorded by the camera, give you an idea of what to expect in terms of night vision, picture quality.
Next, let me demonstrate the two-way talk option. So the speak button there, if I click on that, that'll allow me to speak into my phone and you can hear it from the camera. So let me demonstrate that now.
Test 1, 2, 3. The voice you're hearing now is me speaking into my mobile and you can hear it coming out of the camera. So quality-wise, I've already tested away from here and the sound quality was very good.
Once the battery on the camera is low, what you need to do is remove it from where you've installed it, come around the back, open up the flap, and then take the cable, the micro USB end, plug that in there, and the USB end can be plugged in there, like so, just a charging point. So I've got my power strip here with a USB charge point on there, and that's all you need to do. Now, you can have it running with the power in. So if you wanted a situation where you wanted it permanently plugged in, that's possible as well. Just leave the power connected like this. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing and setup of this wire-free security camera. Excellent little camera here. Really impressed by the functionality you get with this. And the real key point here is the fact that you're not restricted to just using their app with this. So not just the Homeflow app. You can use SmartLife and Tuya with this. So there you go. Hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below. Thanks for viewing and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.